Welcome to Retention Management's Client Webinar Series. I want to take just a moment and wish everyone a happy National Dog Day. And if you don't have a dog, you won't be left out because it's also National Cherry Popsicle Day. So either pet your dog or go have a cherry popsicle this nice summer afternoon. I'm Billy Dawson. We don't have a moderator today, so in the best interest of time, please note my contact information that's currently on display here, and please feel free to call me or email me with any questions or comments afterward. Today we're talking about how you can create a better member experience by listening to the voice of your member. RM360 is your member's voice. It's a fact. Excellent member experiences, the MX, reduce attrition and increase retention. And I know that sounds all well and good and makes for a great marketing brochure. One truth does remain. You have to know what defines the best member experience. So how do you define the best member experience? You might be sitting there and you're saying, oh, well, I've got low attrition. I've got 1,000 Facebook likes. I must have the best member experience. All right. That's fair, but know this before you subscribe to that and give yourself a fist bump. According to a report from Oracle on the impact of that experience, 86% of your members are willing to pay more for a better experience. 86% willing to pay more for a better member experience, and 89% of your members will jump ship to any competitor in your market to go get it. Because really, it's your member that defines the member experience, not you. They have an expectation, and if you can't meet it, or at least help define it, 9 out of 10 are willing to go a couple miles further down the road and pay to get it. Because they have an expectation of what that experience should be like. And poor experiences are due to unmet expectations, and that leads people to take their business elsewhere. You need to know how your member defines their best member experience so you can deliver it. And if you're sitting here and you're saying, gosh, Billy, I don't know what my member considers the best MX, the best member experience. Our software, RM360, it gets into their heads and it gets that definition. And then you get the NPS, the Net Promoter Score. Now, some of you have heard of it. Maybe you don't really know exactly what it is or maybe what it does. Some of you haven't heard of it. Let me break it down for you. Net Promoter Score is a number, but that number measures the overall member experience, right? And if you have a higher NPS, if you have a higher Net Promoter Score than your competitor or just your industry peer, you are likely to outperform them, and you're likely to outperform the market as well. So if you focus on improving that Net Promoter Score, that NPS number, you're going to improve the performance of your business, whether that's member growth, whether that's profit. You will be able to improve. So today's webinar objectives. The first is really to help you define the best member experience. To demonstrate how the best member experience creates free promoters for your business. And who doesn't like that four-letter word, right? Free. The final objective is to help you improve the member experience, improve the MX, and just control attrition. Because RM360 is really easy to use. I mean, it makes it easy to see. It makes it easy to forecast, easy to plan. I always say it's so easy it should be called Easy 360. So we're going to focus, though, today, we're going to focus on two views with the Net Promoter Score. We're going to focus on the view of your members, and then we're going to focus on the view for you and what you see. And we talk about setting that expectation, right? Well, the expectation is set from the beginning. Got one of your regular branded emails. It's sent through RM email. And it simply states, please answer 2 quick questions that will take you less than 30 seconds to complete. There's the expectation. It's set. And the proof is there. People have 30 seconds. Because this isn't, what they call a run-of-the-mill or what they actually call a business-as-usual email survey. One of those that takes a long time, takes like 27 minutes to do 19 questions. And then it doesn't give you any insight or actionable information to make things better. And it's not even some archaic suggestion box that the same people who've got nothing to do but sit down and submit their weekly suggestion. You know who those people are. You see them all the time. No, this is a proven methodology. 2 questions that take 30 seconds. More members like that. And the 2 questions, they are quick and easy. So question 1, on a scale of 0 to 10, how likely are you to recommend, fitness center or community center or gym or studio? You can insert any of those in there. How likely are you to recommend them to a friend or business associate? That number that they answer right here, that is their Net Promoter Score. Now, those who answer 0 to 6, they don't like the member experience. It means they're not loyal to you. They'll go down the road. They're willing to pay more. We call them detractors. And a detractor, by definition, is someone who puts you down, finds fault with everything you do. We don't like them, do we? So those who answer 7 or 8, they're kind of loyal, right? Wishy-washy maybe at best. There's no clear indication about their member experience. Those are called passives. By definition, they've basically accepted what you do as the norm because they don't believe that they can change it. And they're actually probably a greater risk than the clear detractor because you really just don't know which way they're going to go. 7 and 8s are passives. And then finally, there's the 9s and 10s. Those are the ones we like. You've met their expectation. You're providing the best member experience for them, the best MX. They're loyal. They're not going anywhere else. They are your net promoters. So with this 2-question format, actually, your email gets a higher open rate, it gets a higher response rate, and it gives you better engagement because you've set the expectation. 2 questions, 30 seconds. Everyone has 30 seconds to give you. Question number 2 says, hey, you're a promoter. Tell us what you like about us. And actually, this is the good part because this is where they get to heap the praise on you that very seldom you get to hear or that your prospects get to hear. They don't even know that you're being praised for something that you're doing, right? The staff is great. The communication is excellent. The classes are good. I really like that. People telling you that the good things that you're doing. And then you have the opportunity to say, great, thank you. Since you are a loyal promoter, please tell your social circle about us. Please promote us on social media. Be a net promoter. And so what you've done is you've created an event, a special, a discount, something like that, right? Maybe some trial memberships. Those are pretty popular. But you've created something special for your prospects that your member is going to promote on social media to her friends, her followers, her contacts, your future prospects that you didn't have access to before. And then they seamlessly will post this and share it on Facebook and Twitter to their friends and followers. And then those followers follow a link to your landing page because they've shown interest in your promotion. Now you've captured their contact information. That goes into your prospect database. Okay. But what happens here, people say, hey, wait a minute, Billy, what about that detractor? Does she get to tell her bad member experience on social media too? And the answer is no. That's actually where the work for retention starts. So what you've just seen, very simply, is the flow for your member. Now I'm going to show you the flow for you and what your experience is as the admin and how you can really help define that best MX, that best member experience for the detractor, and turn them into a happy promoter. And for you, it starts with a real-time alert. A real-time alert that lets you know, hey, you've got a detractor. Someone is not enjoying the best member experience. And if they're having a poor member experience, what are they going to do? They could go pay for another one or a better one. Could even stop doing business with you and cancel. So when you get that alert, that real-time alert, as soon as they click send and they submit that survey to you, you can go right into your portal, get to the root cause of the low score, take those easy steps, and turn a member around. So this is what it looks like as soon as you log in. The first thing to notice up here in the top left is the red circle with the exclamation point, and it alerts you to the number of members at risk. Now, this is a demo site. So my demo club is called Health and Fitness, and we're based out of Georgia. You can see this is my admin view here. So, this number, don't let it, influence the way you think about this, because, in our demo site, we have, 50,000 members, and so 74 is a pretty low number for us. That was a little facetious. So anyways, so these are actually detractors and passives. These are members who've returned anything between 0 and 8. Okay, their expectations are not being met. They're having bad member experiences. So before I get into this too much, I'm just going to orient you and navigate you through here and show you what you're looking at. 4 tabs across the top: our members, our prospects, and some reports that we can run. We can look at our loyalty summary to the right here over the course of a week, month, a 90-day, 6 months, and 1 year. Our net promoter score minus our detractors, okay, comes up with our score. And so in some cases, what we can do is customize our different divisions. So at my health and fitness club, I've separated this out from different departments that I have: be healthy, yoga, exercise, and run your more. We could show who's the best performing, who's the worst. Okay, these are just high-level summaries, the voice of the customer. These are actually probably 4 of the most common complaints or reviews. And you can see real simply, this is all interactive. I've got 60 negative reviews on staff, but 190 far outweighing that. We can go down and look at the feedback response rate, most recent feedback requests. Okay, this is all high-level summary between best and worst performing. We can also get some real-time streaming right here of our latest feedback on the lower right. What you can also do with RM360 is you can have the same positive reviews, those are 9s and 10s. You can have your promoters streamed to your website. So if I'm a prospect and I'm looking at your website, I can also see a little section down at the bottom or off to the side where positive reviews from active members are streaming through. It's pretty cool. Also, one thing I didn't show you up here at the top was, so these are the recommendations. Okay, people who have taken the survey, shared your promotion onto social media. From that, the number of click-throughs that have come from those, which is also pretty cool to see. And then this is showing the members retained, kind of the number of members that we've saved, and I'll show that a little more towards the end there. So we'll jump over to the member tab, and what we can see is basically all the feedback from our members, and we can filter the replies to look for different trends, or using those to target new promotions, to target marketing. I can separate them by my age. Maybe I have something running for a particular age group. What's their membership type? Okay, so you can see we've put quite a few different ideas in here, being a demo site. But this is all very easily, see student paid monthly, we'll filter that. This is all very easily filtered for you to zero in on that nth degree and find out where the best member experience can be improved, what's happening, what's working well in one department that could be used in another. Okay. And then what you can do is go up to the Prospects tab, and I'll show you more on these individually in just a moment. We can go into our Prospect tab. If you've got a promotional or a trial membership, this is a good spot to track those replies if you choose to survey those prospects. If they're there for 3-6 months, it's a good opportunity for you to look in there. Here's where the real details come from. If you have some extra time and you want to start creating some of your own reports that are very simple to do, but it's more for some specific data that you might be looking to analyze. Something like over here, the return on investment, member follow-up, those who are at risk, and the follow-up activity that goes along with it. Okay, and you can just start drilling into each one of these and say, well, okay, we've received 276 complaints or low surveys from strength training. We've closed 6 of them with follow-up. We've still got a few left to do. And you can simply click into that department, see the status, and what we can do, we can simply filter that and sort it and start going down the list. So let's see here. What's, Bria Littell. Go to her member record. Okay. And you can see right here, I needed more instruction. Only one trainer for all the people in the class is not enough. He was directing 3 groups, so he had no time to correct form or give more personalized attention. So this is someone who was actually, the last time they took the survey, they were a passive, although 8's pretty good, right? I've always thought so, but in Net Promoter methodology, it does signal a risk. But even still, they went down from an 8 to a 5, so that's really someone that you can see who's been there for a couple of years. Definitely want to reach out to them and use what we call some closed loop feedback, and I'll get into that in just a second. I'm actually going to jump back over to the home page. And I want to go back to concentrating on this first thing that you're going to see, the members at risk. Okay. You say, well, let's just attack this immediate result here, the members at risk. Okay. Again, it's categorized by your division, who's got the most number of customers at risk. Again, this is all filtered. Open up each one of these and you can filter it to get specific types of members, specific types of demographics. Okay. I'll hit run yourself. Okay, so we can see what the rating is here. Ernestina Carter. Do a better job with the maintenance. I've seen TVs broken for months at a time. I'm not going to read this whole thing to you, but you can see she's clearly got an issue. She took the time. She answered the 2 questions, but she's a 2. So let's just go to the member, okay, and learn a little bit about Ernestina. Okay, it's the first time. She's only been here for 3 to 6 months. Perfect time to show her, to create that good member experience by using closed loop feedback. And what that is here's her phone number, here's her email address. Show her that you're attentive to her issues. Show her that there's actually a human who reads these. Probably a lot of times people, don't think that there's a human. So using the closed loop feedback, it improves the communication channel. It's going to control a feedback mechanism now. And really you're starting to improve that member experience. And when you do that, this person who's a 2 is more likely to continue staying with you and give you an opportunity to turn them back into a promoter next time. You're controlling attrition. And another part of this, in this industry, I hear it every day. I hear this phrase spoken once every day. It's all about relationships, right? This controls relationship building. It controls the retention. So if you jump back into this home tab here, and you talk about using closed loop feedback, just picking up the phone, answering their problem, letting them know that there's someone there. You jump over to the members retained, and now we're going to start to see what the improvement has meant to us. Okay, strength training. We've retained 30 customers. Okay, seems like my facility had a problem, doesn't it? But here's how we see the benchmark. It's very simple. Corrine O'Cone was a 5, picked up the phone, talked to them in person, sent them an email, handled their issue, turned them into an 8. That's an improvement. Or someone who was an 8 turned them into a 10. But it gets even worse when you talk about someone like, or better, when you talk about Mervyn Hegman. Mervyn was a 3. Okay, we did something right because now Mervyn's a 10. And there's a lot of benefit in this. Okay, first of all, when Mervyn answered the first one as a 3, we were not asking Mervyn to promote us in social media, nor saying, hey, take this to your social circles, my promotion. He didn't get that option. So not only did you save a customer, but now when they answered this the second time, you've increased your span possibly to some more prospects of Mervyn's by asking him to share his experience on his social media. And if you want to look at it from a monetary standpoint, take these 2 members here, and I'm taking these 2. simply because they were so low and they went right up to a 10. Annualize their dues. Think about what you charge on a monthly fee, annualize that and multiply it by 2, and the program's paid for itself. It works wonders. It's really easy to see. It's easy to read, easy to plan, easy to forecast with this. Helps you see what's coming down the pipe. And you can't keep everybody happy. So sometimes there's always going to be someone who maybe not always answering those questions the way you want them to. But at least you're able to see and able to forecast, okay, I can't fix everything, but gosh, I know that this has a potential of happening, and it really helps understand the operations a lot better. With that, that completes our client webinar series today. Told you it was going to be about 20 minutes, so thanks for hanging in there. Remember, if you have questions or comments, feel free to call me or email me at the contact information on your screen. Thank you for taking the time today to hear about how you can work to improve your members' experience with our product, RM360. Have a nice day.